Thanks for being with us tonight. Featuring Lex Browning on the fiddle, Brian Davies on the bass, and I'm Peter McLaughlin. Great to be with you.
And the DC.
Thanks to Saka and Oro Valley. We're so glad to be here.
1, 2, 3. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
This is a tune for all those you fine Oro Valley people. It's called Blackberry Wine. It's based on the song Blackberry Blossom. And I made up words to to go with it about my hometown in Kentucky. One more time. Well, around here, nothing changes, never does, we don't mind. We got berries by the bushel, plenty more left on the vine. Around here, nothing changes, deep in the summertime. I'm on the porch with my Uncle John, sipping on blackberry wine. Red Rover, come on over, ain't no need to stand in line. Summer's here and we're in clover, sipping on blackberry wine. On at my Uncle John's swimming pool, legal bass and minnow line. Grown-ups linger in the shade, sipping on blackberry wine. My friend Sammy Parker, he runs a mile in double tide. Even Sammy slows it down when it's blackberry blossom time. Red Rover, come on over, ain't no need to stand in line. Summer's here and we're in clover, sipping on blackberry wine. Arm, swinging on an old grapevine. I'm glad that he's got another one, sipping on blackberry wine. Walking by the Everett's house, Zoe Chambliss came to greet. That damn poodle's getting old, he still has the sharpest teeth. And starts to cry. Every 10th of May, the day old Stonewall Jackson died. Round here, nothing changes, never does. We don't mind. I'm on the porch with my Uncle John, just sipping on blackberry wine. Red Rover, come on over, ain't no need to stand in line. Summer's here and we're in clover, sipping on blackberry wine. Come on over, ain't no need to stand in line. Summer's here and we're in clover, sipping on blackberry wine. Thank our audience today. We got a great audience.
Yeah, that's another Lex song. He's written so many really great songs. It's amazing to play with these guys because they're both great songwriters and great players. So I appreciate putting me aboard here.
Feels mutual, Brian.
I always love to hear Lex sing his songs. He does them so fine. Since we're named Canyon Currents and we like rivers, I think you should do one of your river songs. This was a song that he wrote about the Ohio River. It's not a Western river, really. Well, back then, the things he sings about in this song were actually, that was the Wild West.
It was the West, yeah, back then, because they didn't know what was on the western side of the Appalachians.
But we're all river lovers and advocates of rivers, and this talks about the history of the Ohio River and what's been lost in some of the history of that area around Kentucky and along the river.
All right, let's see. Starts on the D, gentlemen. A 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a... count myself lucky. I was raised up in Kentucky on the banks of the river they call the Ohio. And it probably had a different name, but I bet it looked a lot the same as it did 10,000 years ago. When the buffalo might carve a trace out to Blue Licks for a little taste of salt, and then home again. Ohio River, I was lost, but now I'm found. Let all my senses drink you down. I am come home to your dark and bloody ground. Let all my senses drink you down. So you got your flatboat settlers, riverboat gamblers. The Delta Queen still runs on down to the Gulf of Mexico. And it probably had a different name, but I bet it looked a lot the same as it did 400 years ago. When a Shawnee brave could try his luck with a bow and arrow to bag a buck, venison and new moccasins. Ohio River, I was lost, but now I'm found. Let all my senses drink you down. I am come home to your dark bloody ground. Let all my senses drink you down. It's a stream, power plants belching steam, making AC for the factories of northern Ohio. I don't give a damn about that name, I just pray it stays the same. Let it be, boy, let that river roll. So you can cool your feet, you can catch a fish, go down to the levee, make a wish. If you get home, you can find home again. Ohio River, I was lost, but now I'm found. Let all my senses drink you down. I am come home to your dark and bloody ground. Let all my senses drink you down. Let all my senses drink you down. Thank you. Pete, I think we need for you to do something more locally inspired.
Something? I do an Arizona song?
Yeah, maybe so.
Do a song that I wrote recently with Brink.
Who's Brink?
Mark Brinkman, a friend of ours. He's in Florida right now, but he spent some time in Arizona a couple years back, and we wrote some songs together over the last few years. This is one we wrote together called Desert Heart and Mountain Soul. It's about a woman who moves back to the big city, somewhere back east, and she misses the desert and the mountains, and she longs to come back to Arizona. She tried her hand at city living, but it didn't suit her clothes. Those high-rise concrete canyons could never feel like home, 'cause the desert and the mountains are etched into her bones. And 500,000 people never felt so all alone. In her studio apartment, She cries herself to sleep as tears fall on her pillow. She begins to dream, and she's on her Appaloosa in the Catalina wind as the morning traffic wakes her to face the day again. The cactus blooms, the coyotes cry, the Colorado rose. A full moon o'er the mesa is a wonder to behold. This city life is dark and cold, and it could never hold a girl with a desert heart and a mountain soul. City clothes hang in the closet, but she's nowhere to be found. Riding on a Greyhound, Arizona bound, gazing at the desert sunset and saguaro silhouettes. The mountains of her childhood put her heart and soul to rest. Cactus blooms, the coyotes cry, the Colorado rolls. A full moon o'er the mesa is a wonder to behold. This city life is dark and cold, and it could never hold a girl with a desert heart and a mountain soul. No, this city life is dark and cold, it could never hold a girl with a desert heart and a mountain soul.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, thanks. That's a fun one.
Beautiful.
It's kind of makes me miss Arizona. Wait, I'm here.
What else you got?
Why don't you do a little bit of that? I'll be on that good road someday. Pick it up a little bit.
Okay, you want to get rowdy.
Yeah.
We're going to get feisty.
Pick it up a little bit, yeah.
So all you folks in Oro Valley, hold on to your seats. We're going to get, this is our...
Or Wild Bill Jones, either one.
Want to do that one? Okay, we'll get even wilder. This is our interpretation of wildness. That, as good as we can do at our advanced stage. It's a song about a bad boy named Wild Bill Jones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, as I went out, take a little walk, ran across that Wild Bill Jones. He was walking and talking by my true love's side. I begged him to leave her alone. Said my age is 21 years, too old to be controlled. So I pulled my pistol from off my side. I destroyed that poor boy's soul. Especially around that long neck pot, we'll all go on this spree. Today was the last of Wild Bill Jones. Said tomorrow gonna be, it's gonna be the last. Tomorrow be the last of me. Well, he kicked out his heels, fell to the ground. He gave one dying moan. Threw my arms round my true love's side, saying, honey, now we're all alone. And especially around that long neck pot, we'll all go on a spree. Today was the last of Wild Bill Jones. Said tomorrow gonna be, it's gonna be be the last of me.
I'll get it, son.
Well, they took me down to Frankfurt town. They locked me up in jail. My friends all tried to get me out, but no one could go my bail. Tomorrow they tie a noose round my neck, tie the other end to a tree. Oh, that Wild Bill Jones and his long neck bottle gonna be the ruin of me. And his passay round that long neck bottle, we'll all go on a spree. Today was the last of Wild Bill Jones. Said tomorrow gonna be, it's gonna be the last. Tomorrow be the last of me. The last of Wild Bill Jones. Said tomorrow gonna be, it's gonna be the last. Tomorrow be the last of me.
Maybe we need to cool those guitars off a little bit. I don't know.
You know, you do these shows and you get sweaty, and then your glasses start going farther and farther down your nose.
Yeah, I was going to get you some duct tape or something.
Yeah, you know, or maybe a little gauze or a Band-Aid or something.
If you wear the COVID mask, it helps keep the glasses
That
up.
would do that. Yeah, everybody put your COVID mask
Harder to
on.
sing into the microphone, though.
Maybe by the time that you all see this, we won't be having to wear our masks anymore. That's my fervent wish for us all. So.
Since that was kind of a guitar song, can you tell us about the history of these two? So I know that they pretty nice guitars.
This is one that I got right here in town. It was a fellow that had dropped it by Rainbow to have Harvey look at it over there, Rainbow Guitars. And Harvey called me and said, hey, there's a 1937 D18 in pretty good shape here. It's all original. You should come look at it. And I went down there and I come to find out that it was one that Hank Williams had bought for his band member in Oklahoma. One time they got robbed from at a train depot or a bus station, and their lockers were broken into, I guess, and some of their instruments were stolen. And so Hank bought this for his guitar player. And
But it only cost Hank about $200 then, right?
20, I think, at some old music store. It never was owned by him, but he actually purchased it for his guitar player. So. Let's do a timely piece that I just wrote last week when John Prine died, a couple weeks ago, actually. One called "Raise a Glass to John Prine."
E flat?
One, I was a big fan. We were all big fans of John Prine's songwriting, and we were saddened to hear of his passing. But his songs will live on. So this is one for him, tribute to John Prine. I sit here at home, so lonesome and blue, Sharing music with friends is long overdue. I pick my guitar, the tears fill my eyes with news of this virus that's changed all our lives. I think of the times we met face to face, with a shake of our hands or a long warm embrace. When will we get back to the place we've been? I'm at the virtual honky-tonk drinking whiskey and gin. I don't often drink when I'm all by myself, but with COVID-19 I reach for my liquor shelf. I'll uncork another bottle and drink to my friends. Hope to get back to work when this pandemic ends. Live music, no Pima County Fair. We're all wearing masks, we cut our own hair. We're losing our minds and drinking more booze. So grab another six-pack, you got nothing to lose. Don't often drink when I'm all by myself, but with COVID-19 I reach for my liquor shelf. I'll uncork another bottle and drink to my friends. Hope to get back on stage when this pandemic ends. I'll crack another bottle and drink a toast to John Prine, pure agave tequila or the finest red wine. It's for John Prine.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah.
Raise a glass to John Prine.
All right.
That's what it's called.
It was one cold January morning, and I looked out my window, and there was a solitary red rose blooming on a rose bush there. So I thought it needed a song. Kid D. I moved from the land of too much rain to the land of very little rain. So.
Wait till the monsoons.
And so, oh, I love the monsoons. I know. All right. There's a girl who lives on the edge of town, and she sets me up just to knock me down. She's got electric eyes and hurricane hair. When she passes on the street, even children stare. On my January rose, there's an icy wind blowing in your soul. Will I ever gain control? My January rose. When she passes, I swear she's possessed. And when you fall in love, well, you fail the test. She's She's a wild child with an angel's grace. Where her heart would be, there's an empty space. On my January rose, there's a night sea wind blowing in your soul. Will I ever gain control? January rose. Soaring around the harvest moon. Oh, maybe I'll get lucky soon. Find another love that'll set me free. Break away from the spell that you put on me. On my January rose, there's a night sea wind blowing in your soul. Will I ever gain control? January rose, January rose. Na 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 na. La 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 la. Na 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 na. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
What do you reckon? One more, or
Let's do one more and do the.
do the good one, Pete?
That's a good one.
Any one of them?
Old Devil's Dream would be fun.
No, one of yours. Let's do one of yours.
Here.
It's called "Where's My Thing." It's about losing things, and sometimes they get recovered, and we feel happy about that. That's what we're hoping for with our futures and our livelihoods and our musical careers. But this is called "Where's My Thing."
A one and a two and a three.
I've lost something dear and dear. It's gone forever. Now I fear. They say if you love it, set it free. Someday it may come back to me. But I lost my most important thing. I loved it more than my gold ring. Turned away for just a second. Now it's gone for good, I reckon. Where can my thing be? I've looked, I've searched, but I just can't see. It must have gone where lost things go. I might have dropped it in the snow. Got crept out in the undertow. It's given to me so long ago by my best friend. You'll never know how much it means. I'm full of woe. It disappeared. It's so bizarre. It could be near or it could be far. I might have lost it in my car, misplaced it at the local bar, dropped it at the seminar, fell inside this old guitar. Should have left it home in the cookie jar. Where's my mind is there behind the window blind. Thank heaven that the stars aligned. Oh, where's my never mind? Where's my, oh, here it is. Some dude claimed that it was his, but after some analysis, where's my, here it is. My thing's been found and I'm so glad, 'cause now I have the thing that I once had. When it vanished was a mystery. I know that we can all agree someone must have heard my plea. Someone had so lost at sea. St. Anthony must have heard my plea, 'cause this thing I love came back to me. I lost my thing, gave me a scare. I looked all around and everywhere. Now it's safe at home with me. My heart is feeling fancy free. This ain't no hyperbole. It's a personal idiosyncrasy. But I don't need no psychiatry, 'cause this thing I love came back to me. Yeah, this thing I love came back to me.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Thanks, man.
We're having fun.
Yeah.
It's great to be here.
So we were just talking, and you've booked like 5 gigs now, and this is the first one you've actually been able to play.
Because it seems like one of us can never make the gig once we book it
Yeah.
for some reason.
I know. That's the thing with new groups too. It takes, I don't know, takes a while.
Does
But you're a group of seasoned veterans. So Brian and Pete, for those of you that don't know, great band together, Sonoran Dogs that play all the way to Australia. And Lex, a relatively recent transplant
very
to
recent,
Tucson, a gift to Tucson from Portland, but toured for many years with many people, country music scene. So group of seasoned veterans here. So how did you decide to do the trio? What was the seed?
You know, we just started singing together. I think it started with some dinners and music jams at my house, and just getting together through meeting through gigs and getting a chance to play together in the living room at first, and it just seemed like it gelled right away. The vocals and the songwriting and the picking, and felt like a union right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided, let's try the folk circuit a little bit. And that's really where we were going with this, because if you're not Bluegrass, which has great festivals, there's folk festivals out there. But really, these guys write such great songs, so we thought, well, we're a little bit singer-songwriter, we're a little bit folky. Let's maybe try the folk circuit and see how it works as a trio that way.
This is the new folk circuit, just going straight into folks' homes.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Cut the stage.
Yeah,
It's the old folks circuit.
Yeah. The old folks.
Americana.
No, but thank you for doing this. I know a lot of people have been craving live music, and there's nothing better to break the silence than new songs.
We've been missing it. We've been unable to play much together with the current situation, but it's nice to actually get out and pick together with y'all.
I've been liking the new songs, so it seems like at least the quarantine has been productive in terms of songwriting.
Yeah.
How does a seed or an idea for a song turn into a full-fledged song for you guys?
It starts with the inspiration, something, if it's getting you down or bringing you up, or something that makes you feel like you've got to make a statement about it. And of course, lately, a lot of people's minds are on the changes in their lives with staying at home and missing their family and friends and not being able to have the social gatherings and the concerts and the ball games. And so anything that you're missing, you're lonesome, you're feeling like you've lost something, that inspires a song, or something that might pick you up when this all comes back and everything's happening again. We're going to the movie theaters and the bars and music venues and the festivals, then we'll have songs about that.
Lex, how do you finish a song?
That's a good question because I've spent years on songs. Sometimes you don't feel like they're ever finished, but I don't know. It's a certain point you just have to give it all your effort and then let it go. And just say now it's
Enough.
It's enough.
Yeah.
It's enough.
Yeah, once it becomes a hit, then you're done with it.
I heard that Leonard Cohen never actually stopped writing verses to
Oh, really?
Hallelujah. He wrote over 100 verses to that song.
I believe it. Yeah.
I'm terrible at remembering lyrics, so that sounds like a nightmare. So, Lex, you moved to Tucson 2 years ago now?
Yeah, 2.5 years.
So, from Portland, and how have you found Tucson? How do you like Tucson?
It's just a wonderful place to live. We moved here because we'd visited my wife's parents down in Green Valley, and we wanted a change. And there's just something so spiritual about the desert. I know that's a cliche, but I just love getting out in the desert. There's just something very purifying about it. So just hooked me.
Still hit the road a certain amount, right?
Yeah, I've been working quite a bit, probably 40, 50 shows a year. We'll see whether we can maintain that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we were supposed to play at Steam Pump Ranch about a month and a half ago, and it was right when things were starting to close down, so this is a nice makeup chance to get to play here and do this concert on the cameras. So
Brian and Pete, you guys are both, in addition to being active musicians, you both have very successful day jobs as well. Brian's a resident. You want to talk about what you do during the daytime when you're not playing bass?
Yeah. I had a music career in LA for years, and I realized that by the time I was 30, if I didn't have a record deal, that I'd go back to school. So I became a dentist and moved to Tucson and practiced for 28 years as a dentist. And
he's my dentist. See?
Yeah, sold all my music gear and everything. And then I met Milo from the Bluegrass show. He was a patient of mine. He came in and said, hey, you play a little bit of music? Why don't you come down to a jam? That was it. I was back in the scene. And then I had another patient that actually the bass that I played tonight, he came in and we were talking about music. And he goes, well, I've got this Crown. Why don't we trade for a bass that I've got? And so that's how I ended up with that wonderful King, 1959 King bass. And my hands have hurt ever since because it's like pulling cables. So that's my music career.
Yeah. Well, I think, something I've learned being here at SOCA is how widespread not that exact story, but I mean, it's something that's really special about Tucson and Oro Valley is how many people have had successful artistic or music careers, have successful day jobs and professional careers, but then, keep doing it. Well, we have an annual magazine we publish called Undercover Arts. All right. And that's the idea is that there's so many arts in Tucson, musicians in Tucson that, you could call them undercover because talking to your dentist one day, it's like, oh, wow, you're a touring musician too? That's pretty awesome. Right. Special. So we're lucky to have you guys here. Really.
It's great to be here. We feel the support that Tucson gives musicians from organizations like SOCA and the Desert Bluegrass Association, the DBA, and all the opportunities there are here. I think that there's still a bright future for Tucson, and the music scene will come back and be stronger than ever.
So if there's someone watching out there that has never touched a guitar before or touched a bass, and they wanted to go and get their feet wet, what would you tell them? Place they can go, jams?
A great place is the Desert Bluegrass Association. They're a wonderful association that has jams every part of town. There's live music and jams into people's homes, or they have areas where you can just go and they'll put you in a group and depends on what level you're at, and you can play with them. You can watch live concerts. You can get involved in their bluegrass festivals every year, and so DesertBluegrassAssociation.org, is that what they're? Mm-hmm. Yeah, look them up. It's really a great community type of a thing. And when we were all playing together, the bluegrass music, the beauty of it is everybody's heard the same 100 tunes. So once you kind of get them down, you know the keys.
1,000.
1,000, okay. You can start playing together, which is really what we want to do.
Speaking of playing together, what do you guys think about another set of music?
Sure.
You bet.
We're
Why
up
not?
for it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Canyon Currents.
Well, young devils find love most every night. They lie with their dreams in their arms till daylight. They use love like whiskey, their cares to dissolve, to calm them and warm them, but not to involve. Now I was a young devil, sturdy and proud. I used to laugh long, I used to laugh loud. I laughed when you told me goodbye that last time. I didn't know how you linger on this old devil's line. Old devil's dream all alone it seems. Old devil's dream all alone. When their devilment is done and their wildest races run. Old devil's dream all alone. Wicked boy. Now young devils find even they must grow old, and dreams that were always so warm have grown cold. Their sweet things have vanished and sweet dreams have flown, and sleep when it comes finds them sleeping alone. Oh, devil's dream all alone it seems. Oh, devil's dream all alone. When their devilment is done and their wildest races run. Oh, devil's dream all alone. Yeah, when their devilment is done and their wildest races run. Oh, devil's dream all alone. Pete McLaughlin on the fabulous guitar over there. Many people ask, how does he do it? Pete, how do you
Most people ask, why does he do it? I don't know what it is, but... Oh, yeah. Here's a song that we like rivers, of course. We mentioned that. Canyon Currents is our name, and this is about the Grand Canyon. Mighty river flows through that, that's for sure. Why don't you tell us about this song, Brian?
I have a friend of mine, a family friend, Bill Burden, and we've known each other since I was 6 years old, and we did this Grand Canyon trip with a bunch of guys in 1990. And we're walking up and down the canyon the whole time together. We had a lot of talking about things, and he's a Bob Dylan fan and other folk artists. And we started talking about lyrics and songs and all that. And Bill, about 2 weeks after the trip, well, we were sore, of course, I mean, the Grand Canyon is not for the light-hearted, but he mails me. This is in the old days when you had to actually post some lyrics to a song.
I remember that.
Yeah, you remember that? Way back then. He says, lyrics to a song, and he says, why don't you write some music to this? So I started writing some music, and we've had this song for years, and then brought the song to Peter, and he added some, kind of rearranged it and added some lyrics to it, and it's called The Canyon Grand. It's all about walking down the canyon, and you'll notice it's kind of at the pace of walking down the canyon.
The canyon calls, I know its song. The wall so high, trail so long. drifting down in the morning cold to hallowed ground. I'm in its hold. The air's so clear, I smell the years. The river echoes in my ears. The trail unfolds in snake-like bends. Distant calls of the canyon wren. How I long to feel the peace of this canyon grand. Hear the ancient voices speak of bygone time in the sacred land. The sandstone pillars pierce the blue. Towering temples change their hue. Can you hear the river roar, winding through the canyon floor? How I long to feel the peace of this canyon grand. Hear the ancient voices speak of bygone times in the sacred land. The end is near, my goal at hand. From rim to rim and back again. Aching legs, they beg for rest. My mind rejoices with the quest. So I stop into the El Tovar. My reward, a cold one at the bar. A storm rolls through, the spirits cry. For now it's canyon grand goodbye. For now it's canyon grand goodbye.
Felt a little rock fall there.
When we went down, they told us that there wasn't any really good water down there, so we each brought an extra gallon on our backpacks. We got down there was plenty of water, but our legs were shot, so there it was. Great trip.
Think you can do it again?
We did a helicopter. Maybe.
This is a newer song. It's called Let My Heart Have the Last Word. Actually, it's not that new. I had that title, Let My Heart Have the Last Word, probably 20 years ago. And it took me this long to write the lyrics to it. But so it's new and old.
Okay.
2, 3, 4.
Standing in the mirror,
baby's heart, and now she wants to go. My temper got the best of me. Angry words did fly, and I don't know why I'd ever want to make you cry. Oh, just let my heart have the last word. My tongue got so tangled I lost my way. I never meant all those things you heard, so just let my faithful heart, oh, just let my heart have the last word. Sometimes in the darkness, these eyes of mine won't see. My hands can lose their grip, and love's just a faded memory. But in my bleakest hour, something pulls me through. This part of me will always be forever loving you. Oh, let my heart have the last word. My tongue got so tangled I lost my way. I never meant all those things you heard, so just let my heart, my faithful heart, oh, just let my heart have the last word. Let my heart have the last word. My tongue got so tangled I lost my way. I never meant all those things you heard, so just let my heart, my faithful heart, oh, just let my heart have the last word. Thanks, guys. Hey, let's get our friends up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, boys.
Well, the great thing about music, and bluegrass music in particular, is everybody kind of knows about the same 100 songs. So you can get all your friends up and play at pickin' festivals and bluegrass festivals
It's
and all
actually
that kind of stuff.
1001. It's 1001, Brian.
1001. There we go.
And the main difference between them, you know what it is? It's the title.
That's the title. Want to come over this way?
Is this going to be Bill Cheatham in Salt Creek? Or
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're privileged to have Matt and Kevin up here to pick with us. This is great.
You want to start off, and I'll just back you up.
Sure. Start with Bill Cheatham?
Yeah.
All right.
Bill Cheatham and Salt Creek, right there.
All right, we have been shown how it's done. I don't know about that. Thank you, Jason.
Here's a little bit of Arkansas Traveler and Whiskey Before Breakfast. Usually the Whiskey Before Breakfast comes first because that's the way you start the day, but this time we'll do it in reverse order.
Before you start traveling.
Nice picking, gentlemen.
Thank you.
This one goes out to Ricky. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I'll be on that good road someday. Lord, I'll be on that good road someday. That same old train's gonna come back again, carry my blues away. Oh, darling, you can't love one, and darling, you can't love two, and darling, you can't love 3 or 4. Still say my love belongs to you. Lord, I'll be on that good road someday. Oh, I'll be on that good road someday. That same old train's gonna come back again, carry my blues away. Now I've counted all the lonely nights, I've counted the stars in the sky. I don't know why I counted on you. It's too late, my darling, now goodbye. Lord, I'll be on that good road someday. Oh, I'll be on that good road someday. That same old train's gonna come back again, carry my blues away. Of a dove, I'd be on my way back home, for I am bound to a false-hearted love. Oh, I wish I was living alone. Lord, I'll be on that good road someday. Oh, I'll be on that good road someday. That same old train's gonna come back again, carry my blues away. Someday, oh, I'll be on that good road someday. That same old train's gonna come back again, carry my blues away. Lord, I'll be on that good road someday. I'll be on that good road someday. That same old train's gonna come back again, carry my blues away. Good road.
Who needs a banjo? Usually we play that one with Alvin or some banjo player, that whoever's in the audience. Please, somebody come up. Anybody play banjo? We want to thank Saka and the town of Oro Valley for sponsoring us, and it's great to get to play together. We haven't played in a while because of the way things have been, but it's great to get a chance to play with our friends all together. And so thanks for having us. We'll look forward to the next one. Here's one by John Hartford called Gentle on My Mind. It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. That makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. And it's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds and the ink stains that have dried upon some line. that keeps you on the back roads by the rivers of my memory, that keeps you ever gentle on my mind. It's not clinging to the rocks and ivy planted on their columns now that bind me, or something that somebody said because they thought me fit together walking. It's just knowing that the world will not be cursed or forgiven as I walk along some railroad track and find that you're waving from the back roads by the rivers of my memory, where for hours you're just gentle on my mind. Fields and the clotheslines and the junkyards and the highways come between us, or some other woman crying to her mother 'cause she turned and now is gone. I still might run in silence, tears of joy might stain my face, and the summer sun might burn me till I'm blind, but not to where I cannot see you walking on the back roads by the rivers flowing gentle on the mind. Dip my cup of soup back from some gurgling, crackling cauldron in some train yard. My beard roughed in coal pile and my dirty hat pulled low across my face. With cup tan drowned in a tin can, I pretend to hold it to my breast to find that you're waving from the back roads by the rivers of my memory, ever smiling, never gentle on my mind. Thank you very much.
Canyon Currents, everybody.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, guys.
It's been great, guys. It's fun.